Well, it's back up and running. Same compressor. Turns out it was just a start relay. So I swapped it out with one from another compressor, and it's back up and running. It did so many false starts today and yesterday that I guess it just wore itself out. So anyway, hopefully I don't have to deal with that issue anymore because of the accumulator. Put a pretty good charge into the thing to get the thing up and running, because the box was up to 65 degrees and the coolant was up to damn near that too. So it's been running over the course of the last 45 minutes or so. What's pretty interesting to watch as I kept adding refrigerant, trying to get the superheat levels down to no avail, really. It's just the exceptional amount of heat that it was pulling out didn't seem to be a fit. Superheat wasn't affected. The discharge was affected. I mean, right now we're at high pressure superheats, like 187. So it's pretty damn warm. And put my hand over the condenser exhaust there, and it's moving a lot of heat, and it has been. For a while there, it was pulling about 1.35 amp for a system that normally pulls about 0.9. That's about as far as I wanted to push it. Any more refrigerant, and I was going to pop the overload or burn something out. So I just let it run there for a while. We still got a lot of superheat, but not nearly like we did. It's down to about 23 degrees right after the evaporator, and 60 degrees after the heat interchanger. So there's a lot of heat being dumped into that suction line there and going back to the compressor. Suction's at about 19 psi right now, which corresponds to -6. So yeah, massive amounts of superheat on the suction side, which probably has something to do with the high levels of superheat on the discharge. Good subcooling, it's getting it down to about ambient. You see these couple of spikes there are just the door opening, and there's a kind of a knee of this curve right here. The red superheat, which is right after the evaporator, pretty well closely follows the temperature of the coolant. For whatever reason, the coolant was slowly dropping, and then all of a sudden, boom, it started to really fall. I don't know if it has something to do with the circulation or the lack thereof of circulation in that little tank. Not exactly sure, but for whatever reason, things started to drop off really fast there. And I've seen that behavior before. So coolant's down to about 25 degrees. I expect it to be about down to about 18, which is where I had things set today. Within maybe 10 minutes or something. Air temperature inside is somewhere around the low 50s. With that circulating fan, I expect that to come down in a short period of time and cool some of this beer back down. PBR apparently can skunk just a little bit, but it tastes all right. So I'm going to get back to work here on the next project. I took a dehumidifier coil. Dehumidifier was junk. It had a leak. This thin-ass copper tubing that they use in these things. There was a leak in the evaporator coil itself. Anyway, I junked the whole thing. Even the compressor, I didn't have much use for it right now. And I actually ripped this thing down the middle. There's a test cut there. And then this was the actual cut. I pushed a little too hard and I ended up having to straighten the damn fins on the good piece that I wanted. This thing is going to be a two-phase thermosiphon. I'm going to suspend this inside there and use a plate of aluminum with a copper coil brazed or clamped to it as a condenser, and this is going to be the evaporator here. And I very well may mount a brushless DC fan on this thing. So I'm expecting good things with this, but that's for a future video. Thanks for watching.